This is topic B on page 85, Customizing Animations. PowerPoint gives you the ability to create highly customized animations to provide just the right effect. By customizing your animations, you can highlight key points, energize your audience, and tailor the delivery of your presentation to suit virtually any situation. So here on my third slide, I have 4 pictures, and I also have a text box for vintage collectibles. So for these pictures, I already have a bunch of animations added to them. So if I preview this slide, you can see my record player comes in first, then Raggedy Ann, roller skates, and the telephone. I'll preview that once more. So right now the order of those, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's actually what those little numbers indicate next to the pictures, if you were wondering that. That's the order of the animations. Now, if I wanted to reorder how those animations come in, I can do that. And where I access that is through my animation pane. And we do that by going to the Animations tab of our ribbon in the Advanced Animations command group. Here I have Animation Pane, and that will open up in the right hand side for me. I'm just going to click and drag this to make it a little larger. And in this pane, again, it matches up those numbers with the animation. So this is telling me picture 1 is animation 1 right here. I can play from a specific point in my animation list. Maybe I only wanted to see starting from animation 3. I could play from that point. You can see it's only going to do my roller skates and everything after that, which is my telephone. Well, maybe I wanted my telephone to come in before my roller skates. Well, that is picture 4. So I can actually select that and click my up arrow here, and that will bring it to come in before my roller skates. So now when I preview my slide, record player, Raggedy Ann, telephone, and then roller skates. So you can reorder your different animations here. Now, when I have a animation selected here, let's say my record player, this is on a fade animation right now. If I go into the dialog box launcher for my animation command group, this opens up the dialog box, and the name of the dialog box will be whatever animation you have applied to that graphic. So again, I have fade applied to this. That's why the name fade comes up in the title here. And you have 2 tabs here, effect and timing. In your effect, you can add a sound to the animation as it's playing. Maybe I wanted the applause. So that will play as the animation plays out. I'm going to take that off. You have the option of what you want to do after the animation plays out. You can not dim, which just leaves it on screen. You can hide after the animation, or you can hide on the next mouse clip. So if I hide after animation, click OK, you can see this just previews the slide, but if I do the current slide, plays the animation out, and now that one is hidden from view. So you don't have to leave it on screen if you don't want to. You can hide it after that. All right, also in that dialog box, you have your timing. And here you have the option of how to start the animation. You can do on click, with previous, or after previous. Now this is the first animation on this particular slide. So with previous and after previous, we'll honestly do the same thing here because it is the first one. So I can do with previous, but when I click either of these, I'm not going to have to manually click my mouse to activate that animation. So if I do with previous, click OK, and I go into my slideshow view and start from current slide, you can see it came on all by itself. I did not have to manually click. I'm going to take that hide after animation off bring it back to don't dim. So I have that with previous. You can set a delay on the animation. Maybe you don't want to have it play out right away. Maybe I want to, wait a couple seconds. And then you can choose how fast you want that animation to play out. You have the option of very slow, slow, medium, fast, or fast. And it shows you how many seconds that will be. You don't have to use one of these options. I could actually type in 4 from here, and that would mean 4 seconds, and I could keep that. Or you can, again, select one of the options here. I'll do 3 seconds for slow. And then you have the option of how many times you want the animation to repeat. So I could play this out 2 times if I wanted to. Click OK, and I'm going to start the slideshow from this current slide, and I'm not going to click anything. Now, this is the delay that I added. You can see it waits a couple seconds before it fades in. It replays again, fades twice, and then it stays on screen. Now, the rest of my animations are still on click, so I have to manually click my mouse to bring those in. Okay, so I could go in and edit those how I wanted them to be set up as well. Now, I just want to take a look at my text here for vintage collectibles. If I add an animation to this, let's say I have my fly in animation effect. So you can see both words are coming in at the same time. Now if I go into my animation dialog box launcher for this, I have a bunch of different options. Don't worry about the settings here, we won't get into that. You have your enhancements, your sound, again you can add to that, your after animation, which we saw in our record player, but we also have a animate text option here. You can bring the text in all at once. You can do word by word. Now, it's a very slight delay there. It actually is word by word, but you can see this is 10% delay between words. I might want to bring that up a little bit, just so you can see it's more pronounced there. You can actually see the delay between words. I might even want to do 100 between those two. Now, much more noticeable in that. So you can do all at once, word by word, or you can even do letter by letter. Let's do this 50%. Click OK. All right, so even with text, you can add different animations and, edit it how you want exactly it to be to play out for you. All right, the next and last activity, actually, your next video will be activity 6.2 on page 89.